And we live from headquarters. You see who it is? You know who it is. It's the Comeback Kings. It's your boy, Solo Dolo today. Communication probably got mixed up with my man. But I'm going to try and do this Solo Dolo for all you people out there. I want to say happy Thanksgiving. I'm broadcasting live from headquarters, our spot, 562 Newport Avenue. Come through. They got the specials. The brunch is popping. What am I getting into today? What did I see this weekend? I'm going just straight NFL today. I'm not going to dive into basketball too much. We got some games on deck Thursday. One of the games is trash right off rip, but I'm still going to watch it. I actually want to know what everybody out there is going to be doing this Thursday. Are you going to be celebrating with family, friends, or even foes? You never know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Solo Dolo today. I'm going to try and hold it down without my right-hand man. As you can see, we got John Doe and Jane Doe across the booth from me. It's your boy, Alexander P. in the booth. Comeback Kings. What episode is this? 63? 62? I gotta check the data. It's gotta be 62. And I'm back like I never left. I'm live from headquarters, our spot. I just want to run down some of the specials during the game. We got game day specials, $7 appetizers, $7 spin dip, $7 tater kegs, $7 pot stickers, $7 pretzels. They got the 75-cent wings, 11 different flavors, and you have to order a minimum of 10. All of these specials go on during the game, like Thursday's game, if there's a game on Friday. I think there is a game this Friday too, Black Friday, so there'll be specials on Friday. The college games, NFL games, Monday night games come through our spot, 562 Newport Avenue in Pawtucket. The place is on fire, baby! But anyway, I'm going to do it like this and I'm going to do it like that. NFL looks a little crazy right now, but I'm just going to come full circle and keep it real short and brief today. Baltimore, Bills, Detroit, Philly. You got something to say? Let me hear something in the comments. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm seeing right now. Last night, Baltimore cooked up the Chargers, and the Chargers are a legit team. Chargers came out the gate. I seen your boy Herbert. He went right down the field. Yo, they're going to be a problem. They're just not a problem right now. Baltimore, oh my goodness. Derrick Henry. It's just a simple mathematical formula. You give him the ball, you win the game. I don't understand why you can't understand that. I don't care. He's built to take punishment. Hand him the ball, and you will win the game. It's that simple. And Lamar, you know he's going to do his thing. You should, in my mind, speaking of the Harbaughs, even though it was them going back and forth, if you just give Derrick Henry the ball, it's a simple mathematical formula. And then Lamar will do the rest. He'll scramble in the pocket. He'll come out of the pocket. He can throw, too. I know people be hating on his passing abilities. I still think he's not an elite passer, but he gets the job done. I seen him bless your boy Bateman last night. He was blessing Andrews last night. He was blessing everybody. He looked like he's on course to be an MVP candidate again. But here's what I'm going to say about that. MVPs, after a while, at least to me, they don't mean anything. You got to win the big dance. And I think even in Lamar's head, too, he knows MVP, okay, You need to be hoisting up the Lombardi at the end of the year. So, Lamar, you're on the stopwatch. You're on the stopwatch. What else did I see? I don't think the Bills played this weekend. I think they were on a bye. Um, Detroit. Detroit. I'm gonna finally concede and say that they look serious. Um, they just look bananas, and they're beating teams outright. The one game with the Texans a couple weeks ago, I thought they were dead in the water. They righted the ship. They got it back together. I don't know what Dan Campbell's saying to them, but whatever he's saying, it's working. But with all that being said, and I might be being a little biased. You see my bias. You know what I'm about. You know who my teams are. Philly all day. Philly everything. I will take Philadelphia Eagles healthy against Detroit. I just will. It's just how I feel. It is what it is. If you have something to say, put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. I'm here, baby. I can take abuse. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking abuse a long time. I think I can take a little more. Let me know if you defer, if you disagree. That it's just that simple. I think Philly can beat Detroit. And if it comes down to Baltimore and the Bills, that one I'm gonna leave on the shelf for now. I'm gonna let it marinate. But like I was saying, I think it's those four teams as I'm looking at it right now, and I don't think nobody's coming close. What else do I want to talk about? Do I want to jump on this college thing, solo dolo, or should I just let it marinate? All I can say about the college football right now, it is bananas. I don't know if you guys are college fans like I am. It is bananas. Every team that was at the top has been getting beat. Like last weekend was upset weekend. The weekend before, a lot of upsets. But let me retract my statement. There was one team, and there is one team, that Oregon team. Woo-wee! Nobody can beat them. Nobody's messing with them. I think they're gonna win out. I think they're gonna win their championship. Whoever they play in their championship game, it's theirs for the taking. Everybody else, I feel like there's Oregon, and then there's the rest of college football. But that's not to say, if you put Oregon off to the side, in my mind, right? Say you put Oregon over here. The rest of those teams, it's a hot box. It's a crapshoot. You don't know from week to week. Like, everybody can beat everybody. So, whoever comes out of the rest of these other teams, in my mind, whoever that is it Georgia? I think Alabama's even on the outside looking in now. They got destroyed this weekend. Like, the score was bad, but the game was bad. They got beat. Colorado got smacked up. They looked like they were catching steam. They got smacked up. Who else got smacked up? Yo, it was crazy. But I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself and getting excited. Let me back up. It's Oregon and everybody else. I'm telling you, that's how it is. So whoever the team that comes out of all the rubble, but it's so the way the 12 playoff probably works too. Oregon's going to have to play. So they're going to smack up whoever they're going to smack up. I do think they're going to be waiting at the end. But whoever this team is that's left, is it Ohio State? Is it Penn State? Is it Indiana? I don't know. I know I'm all over the place today because I'm solo dolo. I'm doing this live from our spot, a.k.a. headquarters. It's your boy, Alexander P. And we doing it like this. I'm going to come back. I'm going to pick a couple games because this is a real brief show today. I'm going to pick a couple games. I'm going to give you my insights. I'm going to give you what I think. You don't have to agree. You can disagree. You know what's ill? I want you to disagree with me. I need you to disagree with me so we can go at it. And as you can see, this is an open platform. I have extra mics, extra headphones. Come through, come down, debate with me. Sit across the table. We can go head up. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was young. That's what we used to do. We used to call it a head up. For all you young bucks that don't know what that is, like you had like your crew, another person had their crew, but say you had a dispute with somebody, right? You had beef with them, right? So it wouldn't be your crew against their crew. It would be you against that person and their crew. So you pick up, and then you and that person would go head up while everybody watched. Nobody jumped in, because I'm from the era where you used to get jumped. And I'm going to say I got jumped, and I'm also going to say I did some jumping too. But anyway, we used to call it a head up. And I'm saying the same thing metaphorically or similarly. We can go head up in the chat, on the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Episode 62. Episode 62. I'm back on deck. I'm just going through my phone. I'm scrolling through a couple games. I'm going to do a couple quick picks. And then I'm going to get up out of here. But here we go live. I'm not going to do the big boy games yet. Let me scroll through here, see what we got. Oh, daddy. We got some games. I'm going to do Thursday's game just for GP. Well, I'm going to do both of Thursday's games just for GP. We got the Bears and the Lions at 12:30. So if you're like me, the food should be still kind of cooking. It'll be coming out of the oven around 1, maybe 1:30ish. So why your ladies and your wifeys are cooking up the food, you're in front of the TV with your squad. Everybody's chilling. We're chopping it up. Going over the year, because I usually go to one of my boys' houses and we chill and we catch up. We do all the catching up. We catch up on all the stuff that's going on in the year. But what we mostly talk about and do is talk about football. And both of one of my boys, they're high school football coaches. So we get into it. We get into it, and they get into depth. And for some reason, one of my boys, who's the coach, he's like he thinks he's an expert on football. I don't know if it's because he coaches it and he thinks he's an expert or whatever it is. So the way that he analyzes games is different than how I'm looking. I'm just looking at it maybe for face value. He's breaking down. You see this? Yeah, Al. The linebackers coming back. The linemen and I'm like, yo. Make a long story short, the food will be cooking. It'll be smelling savory. When this first game pops off, this game's usually playing in the background every year. And it's Detroit, too. They play every year. And they got the Chicago Bears this year. And this is what I'm going to say. Book it. They're going to get upset by the Chicago Bears on Thanksgiving. I'm telling you. This is a recipe for disaster. If I ever saw a trap game in my life, this is one. They're going to get it. They're overlooking this team. They're overlooking Caleb Williams, and they're going to get stung. I'm taking the Bears outright to beat you heard it, to beat Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, the team that plays every year. I don't even know what their record is on Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's a win. I think they're on the winning side, Detroit, I'm talking about, but who knows? But I'm taking the Bears. Now, on to the next game. This will be at 4:30. You probably ate, or you're probably still eating, chopping it up with your peoples, your squad, your family. And guess what game's going to be on? The New York Football Giants, who just literally cut Danny Dimes. They said, get out of here. We don't need you no more. I got a quick side question. What took you so long? Dayball, the management, GM. What took you so long to get rid of this dude? I don't know what it is, how it is. I don't even want to go into depth with it. This has been a long time coming. I think they're still gonna. So they're still gonna suffer. They're gonna suffer for a while. Um, because of this experiment that didn't work out. They're gonna suffer for a while, and I'm also saying they're gonna suffer on Thanksgiving because the way that Dallas beat the Commanders, it's almost like somebody put a little lighter underneath them with some light. You ever put lighter fluid on charcoals and then all of a sudden, woof? Like I've done that numerous times. Burnt my eyebrows off, burnt off my eyelashes, my arm hair, because I'd be like, woof. So I'm equating that to what happened with the Cowboys against the Commanders this weekend. If you didn't see that game, you missed out. That game was crazy. And I say the last 2 to 3 minutes of that game was crazy. It was nuts. It was dope, actually. I hate on the Cowboys, and I'm gonna be honest because I'm an Eagles guy. But that game, Cowboys look crazy. They look crazy. That who's the return guy? Turpin? Isn't it Cavani? Turpin? Don't kick it to that dude. Don't kick it to him. I'm trying to tell you, do not kick it to that guy. He is deadly. I want to say he's the leading kickoff guy in the whole league. I don't understand. Don't kick it to him. Kick it out of bounds. Do the squib kick. Don't give it to, like, it literally went through the dude's legs. He picked it up. He did like a 360 loop around and then ran it back for a touchdown. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. I'm so passionate. I get so passionate. I'm saying that the Cowboys are going to beat the Giants. And here's the other thing that's going to happen with this. If you know anything about Cowboys fans, 2 wins, it's going to be awful. It's going to be awful to deal with them. It's going to be crazy because they won 2 games, especially the Commanders win. They already, all they need is a little bit to bring them back to life, and then they start chirping. So if they beat the Giants, they're going to start chirping even more. And I'm not looking forward to that, but I do think the Cowboys are going to win that game. Let me see what other game I'm going to jump into. Ooh. This is another heavyweight bout. I'm just picking random games that look appetizing to me. And I'm leapfrogging to Sunday, December 1st, 1 o'clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers are taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. What do you guys think? Tell me. Let me hear something in the chat. Leave a comment. I'm just going to sprinkle this real quick. Steelers is that team this year. Even though they lost last week, I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. It's going to be a close one. Burrow's going to get his numbers. I hope Chase gets his numbers. He's on my fantasy team. I need him to get his numbers. But I still think the way Pittsburgh is built, I can't see them losing back to back. And I think they can beat Cincy in this game. Who else? Let me see what else is going on. Rams, Saints, Cardinals, Vikings, Buccaneers, Panthers. Boo boo. Oh, this is maybe not. I'm gonna do 49ers and Bills. Who do I think's gonna win that one? The Bills are coming off a bye too, I think. I'm gonna take the Bills. I'm taking the Bills over the 49ers. The 49ers are in trouble. They're in trouble. I don't know if you smell it. I smell it. That rain, that whatever they had, I think it's over. But you're seeing it. It reminds me of, and God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant. At the end, if you remember Kobe at the end of his basketball career, you started seeing things like the injuries started setting in. You started seeing it slowly, but things were happening. It kept happening. And the 49ers, for some reason, I don't know why I go to that, what the correlation is. Maybe I'll come back someday and tell you what it is. Maybe it's a California thing. But they remind me of that. The injuries, how they're just starting to, they're not that team anymore. They're just not. Like, don't get me wrong, they're still able to make a little noise and do some damage, but I just don't think that they are. And I think they're going to get beat this Sunday by the Bills. especially with the Bills having an extra week to prep for them. 49ers are beat up. They're beat up. And I think the Bills and Josh Allen, like my man Matt Sizzle says, gosh, Allen. Gosh, Allen. I had to steal that from you, Sizzle. I think he's going to put in some work. Hopefully Amari Cooper's playing because I got him on my fantasy. Hopefully he comes through and represents for me. But I think they're gonna beat them. And I'm gonna do one more. And this is the one I saved the best for last. To me. I don't care if you think it's the best for last. It's always the best for last. When it involves my squad, the Philadelphia Eagles. Yo, this is a heavyweight bout. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be at. I'm probably going to be at work, behind the bar, scaring the guests, because I'm going to be screaming. Hopefully they have this on TV. I don't know if they'll have it in this region. I hope they do. But it's the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Baltimore Ravens. This is a heavyweight bout. I'm trying to tell you. Heavyweight. Saquon Barkley versus King Derrick Henry. This is what this is. I think all eyeballs are going to be on this game. Because this could potentially be the Super Bowl, people. It could. It could very well be. I know you Detroit, all you Detroit people, you're already writing and cashing your checks. I know you Bills people are already writing and cashing your checks. But this could be the Super Bowl. It could be birds on birds. It could be. I'm telling you. And this could be a preview. The quarterbacks, similar. Where I would give the edge is the Philadelphia Eagles receiving core, especially if Smith is healthy and he's ready to go. I'll take my receiving core over Baltimore's receiving core. The running backs is a wash. The quarterbacks, I'm giving a slight edge to Lamar, but that's just because of experience and how long he's been in the league. But I still will say they're almost even, so I'll give a slight edge to Lamar. Now, if you want to talk about defense, I think the Eagles' defense is better than Baltimore's defense. I just do. You want to talk about special teams? That's a duff. That's a wash to me. They're equally yoked, equally matched. But if you want to talk about defense, you want to ask me who the better defense is. Right now, who defensively is playing better ball with Cooper DeJean, your boy Blankenship, your boy Jalen Carter, Graham, all of them big boys. The Eagles are a better defensive squad. Now, can they stop Derrick Henry? Can they stop Lamar Jackson? They probably can't. But they can slow them down. They can slow them down enough for Jalen Hurts and my squad to put in that work. That's why I'm picking. And you can say I'm being biased. I'm not being biased. Well, yes, I am. I'm lying. The Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday and continue their streak. I think this will be an 8-game winning streak or 7-game winning streak. They're going to continue this week, wreaking havoc on the league. And you know what's ill, which I love this? I was talking to my shorty today, and she's like, how come you don't really celebrate and you don't get excited? And when I was growing up, we used to call the term getting happy. You get too happy. You get happy. And I'm going to say this. I feel like my squad, the Philadelphia Eagles, are like that. They're not getting too happy. They're flying just enough below the radar. And that's how I like it. I love it that way. They're sneaking up on squads. Nobody's really watching them. Now, by the time a lot of eyeballs get on them, it's going to be too late. And I love it. Hopefully, it garners a Lombardi trophy. I love the team that flies under the radar. Not the team that's up in the front that everybody's always like, oh, nobody's going to beat them. Because you know what's going to happen to that team. I like the team that sneaks up on you, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. Baltimore isn't that team. The Bills aren't that team. Who else? Detroit definitely isn't that team. Detroit put the league on notice last year. This year, if you ask me who the sneaky team is, and the reason why I love it, because I'm a sneaky guy myself, I love the sneak. It's the sneak attack, baby. Shout out to KRS-One. He had an album called The Sneak Attack. Underrated album. But this is the Sneak Attack, and I love it. I love it, catching people off guard. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. And I know I caught you guys off guard today, going solo dolo with episode 62. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe. What he said. Until next time, peace.